What's up, my fearless networking friends? Todd Falcone here with another episode. Today's episode, I want to talk a little bit about generating leads on social media. How do you generate more prospects on social media? In today's day and age, people are spending a lot of time on social. So this would include, of course, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever else is out there and available to you. That you might be using, probably focus on a couple different. I'm just going to give you a couple of ideas. Now these are things that without you having to have a lead capture page, understand advertising, understanding split testing, go into your, like for example, your Facebook ads manager, starting a business page and trying to generate your own leads that way. Certainly I would say if you're a network marketer, you plan on being here long term, probably be a really good idea for you to understand marketing and for you to understand the, not just the networking side, but the marketing side of the equation. I'm fascinated at how many people are in this business and they don't really have an interest in understanding marketing. It's like, what? You're in network marketing. Why don't we get you to understand marketing? Now, that I'll save for another episode, but I want to talk to you about, because what we want to do is we want to create a situation on something that you can duplicate, right? I think Eric Worre said, or somebody else said, it's like, it doesn't matter what works, it matters what duplicates. And I agree with that. It's like, what duplication essentially is, okay, all of my people on my team can easily do the same thing that I'm doing. Like, not everybody can go put together a lead capture page and write the copy and split test the copy and be able to get their cost per lead down to a reasonable amount that's going to help them make money. That's not the masses. Now, it would be nice if the masses, not that people couldn't learn how to do that. I think, again, that should be something that individuals who are involved in this profession should get a grasp on, just marketing in general, copywriting, advertising, understanding calls to action, understanding the critical importance of headlines and how things are structured and put together. But again, that's another episode. This is free stuff, right? So, okay, well, if I wanted to go out and generate more leads, more curiosity, you might want to write that word down if you're taking notes, more curiosity, then I would want to do things on Facebook that cause me to create curiosity. So even on my own page, for example, I could do posts, whether it's a Facebook Live or an image post that was, telling a story perhaps about, here's this product that I discovered 6 months ago when I was in total insomniac, and I literally cannot live without this product. And whatever, I'm probably not going to do a great job of giving you great copywriting at the moment, but you get my point. Like a curiosity-driven post, not showing the brand, but somebody else. Think about it. What? And the thing that you have to understand. This is something I'll say. What pain or pains does your product solve? Right? And be specific. This is important. We solve health problems. That's too vague. We help people with weight loss. We help people with energy. We help people with mental focus and clarity. We help people with sleep. We help people with what? You fill in the blank. Whatever that might be. You need to be clear on what problems your products or services solve. And because your products or services solve a problem, that means that there's a business opportunity behind it. Because if you're not solving any problems, you have no business opportunity, right? That's why business exists, because they're helping people. If there's nothing that the product does for somebody, then there's no business behind it. So if you're solving a big problem, that's where the business opportunity lies. So knowing and having clarity for you, every distributor needs to know what's the big problem or problems that our products solve individually, product by product, right? Knowing what they are. Because then you could use curiosity posts like that. You could do, I think, the more you do Facebook Lives or live videos, the more consistently you're posting on social media, the more that you're present. Here's the thing about social media, specifically I'll just say Facebook, for example. If you're consistently putting quality and interesting content out into the stratosphere, the Facebook stratosphere, if you will, and that content is engaging. So engaging content, what are we looking for? And I'm just going to go super new on some of you guys because I don't know what your background is. Likes, comments, and shares. If you're putting stuff out in the marketplace that's getting likes, that's getting comments, that's getting shares, look around. Look at what other people are doing that are getting really engaging posts. Like, wow, look at all of these people that are getting, 500 likes and 300 comments and 27 shares. I'd be like, what is it about that post that caused so many people to react in a manner that caused that much engagement and interaction? Because engagement is crucial on social media. Now, beyond you posting stuff, and this is going to be fairly limited, this is the main point of today's how do I basically meet new people or generate, created opportunities for me to connect with other human beings that may be good candidates eventually for my product or my business. Probably one of my favorite ways to do this is by getting involved in groups, Facebook groups, that you have a sincere interest in or high degree of curiosity in or expertise in. So think about these things. I'm super curious about this. I'm super interested in this, or I'm super good at this. This is my sweet spot, right? So let's say you're an amazing vegetarian cook, and you are just like the cat's meow when it comes to vegetarian cooking. Cool, great for you. Might be a great idea to either even start your own group on that subject matter, go find a closed group that you can go into. And the key thing is, and you guys have heard me if you've ever heard me having discussions about building relationship capital, the key is being perceived as a valued contributor, somebody that's giving, not taking from the experience, as in any business networking kind of situation. Whether it's offline or online. Right now we're specifically talking about, social media, getting involved in a Facebook group. Okay, well, I have a big curiosity about vegan eating or vegetarian cooking or flat track motorcycle riding or speedboat racing or whatever the subject is. I think it's really cool when you can go into a group that you have either a high degree of expertise in or a high amount of curiosity in, and then you can be perceived as someone that's involved in that community. It's a congregation. People of like interests congregate together, right? So we have a lot of mountain bike trails around my house. So if you go to Phil's Trail, it's a congregation of mountain bike riders. So everybody there loves to mountain bike ride because that's where Phil's Trailhead is, and everybody loves to go to Phil's Trailhead and mountain bike. So it's a congregation of mountain bikers. So if you love mountain biking, being involved in a mountain biking group might be a great way for you to connect with people. And it's not, hey, who can I go and get? It's, look, I have something in common with these people that are in this group. And because I'm involved in the group, I'm contributing, I'm asking questions, I'm adding value, or I'm learning by asking and being involved in this community, and not just this person that's in a group. See, like the key thing is it's involvement in the group. If you're just in the group and you're just there, nobody knows you're there. So literally being involved in the activity that's in the group, either contributing when somebody's asking questions, or you asking questions, or you using that group to learn more about whatever that subject matter is that you're curious about, or if you're a super expert on it, being that person that's who's this new great person that came into this mountain biking group and is giving all of this value and sharing like, hey, this is how you corner on a mountain bike. Hey, I just uploaded this video of me demonstrating how to corner effectively in wet conditions, or how to effectively jump a tabletop, or whatever it might be, how to effectively, become a downhill rider, and whatever it might be. And even if you don't mountain bike, it doesn't matter. You get my point. But the key thing, and I've said this so many times, is it's about contribution. And what happens as a result of it is because people, what do people do now in today's marketplace? They see you commenting, they see you contributing, and they're like, who's this dude? I'm going to go check him out. Then they go to your wall, and they start to check out your real estate, and then, hey, wait, that's why we need to be consistent on our own space. If they start to see your stuff, like, hey, I kind of like this person. I kind of like, they're like me. That's like my kind of person. Maybe they'll send you a friend request, or maybe you see somebody in a group that you would have had no other way that you would have met them, and because you see them as a contributor and you kind of see something you might have in common, you send them a friend request and say, hey, listen, we're involved in the mountain biking group, love all your stuff, figured I'd send you a friend request and, appreciate everything that you're doing. The beginning of potentially something, right? The more connections. This is a way for you, we call it leads, whatever we want to call it. We can call it a greater degree of connections, or creating more opportunities for ourselves to connect with like-minded people. I'm not a really big fan personally of going into, for example, a network marketing group to do it, because typically in a lot of those groups, unless it's a purely educational driven and well-run group, it's just a bunch of people trying to recruit people. It's way easier to go get into a group or groups that you have something like a real sincere interest in, or that's close to your heart. Maybe you have a child that has autism, so maybe it's a mothers of children with autism type of group, or whatever it might be. When you're able to create those kinds of connections, these close-knit connections with people that you have something in common with, number one, it makes creating new connections far easier. Like I used an example one time of a coaching client who went to a chess meetup. That's a physical meeting. I could talk about that maybe on another video or podcast. But I'm like, hey, so you went to a chess meetup? I'm like, you a chess player? He's like, nope. I go, oh, do you want to play chess? He's like, do I want to play chess? He's like, no, I don't want to play chess. I'm like, well, why'd you go? He goes, I don't know, just to go to a meetup. I'm like, so I think it's probably better that you get involved in things that you, like I said, have a serious curiosity about, and interest about, or level of expertise in, where you're either using it as a learning opportunity and experience, or a way to bring your expertise to the table. Maybe you're like the greatest knitter on the planet, or the greatest gluten-free cook on the planet, or an incredibly talented gluten-free person, or maybe you are the barbecue king of the United States of America, and you know how to barbecue I don't know. There's groups for everything, and if a group doesn't exist, you could create your own, and it enables you for you to create your own community as well, and you get to design it, just like that movie, Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. So you could create a group if it doesn't exist. Chances are it probably does exist, but maybe the group doesn't do exactly what you would like to have been done in a group, and you can therefore create your own group, create your own place for people to come and congregate. So pretty simple stuff, right? It's not hard, but it's also, I think it makes business building fun, because you're doing something that brings you joy and happiness. You're talking or engaging with people in a subject matter that brings you happiness. And I think that's super important. We've got to have joy in what we're doing. Otherwise, we just don't want to do so much of it, do we? So I'm not sure where you found me. I'm so happy that you did. If you're listening to me on podcasts, on audio, you want to see the rest of the story, plug into any of my other resources. I've got some free training resources here, downloads that you can access that'll help you be better at doing network marketing. Maybe you're on YouTube. You can visit me at toddfalcone.com/episode 48. Again, toddfalcone.com/episode 48. And just in case, it's TODDFALCONE.com/episode 48. Thanks so much for plugging in. See you on the next episode. Stay fearless, my friends. Make it an amazing day. We'll see you next time.